Now we're going from perimeter to area. When I'm thinking about area, I'm thinking about the floor and filling it in. And how many squares of the same side does it take to fill in my floor? So if you look at the floor, it looks like there's a whole bunch of little squares on there, right? So I'm going to think of a smaller rectangle, first of all. And if I have a 3 by 2, whether it be inches, feet, whatever it happens to be, if I could draw squares. One way I could do it is make 3 columns and 2 rows and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that'd be a lot of work if I had a really big room, right? So the shortcut is just multiplying. 2 times 3 is 6. So they're going to tell you for a rectangle, to find my area, I'm going to do the length times the width. If I made 13 columns and 7 rows, I just have to do 13 times 7 in order to figure out what the area is. So if I take 13 times 7, I get what?
91.
91. Now when I do my label's going to be in square units because I'm talking about how many squares. So I'm going to say yards to the second power, or yards squared. So 91 yards squared would be my answer. Area is always in square units because that's what I'm talking about. How many squares does it take to fill up the floor?
Okay, now how do we do that on the calculator?
Well, you don't do that part. You just do the numbers and then you put the label in. So the label, you're just going to put whatever it is squared. It's meters, it's meters squared.
Alex won't ask us to do that squared thing?
They'll have it on the side
they'll
as one of your
probably have it,
choices.
yeah.
Yep, over on the side where they have those little tools. It'll be one of the things you click on.
Okay.
So if I'm finding the area of a square, my length and my width are the same thing, right? So when I'm finding the area of a square, they're just going to tell you you take the side and square it. So I'm going to take 7 squared. 7 times 7 is?
14.
7 times 7,
Oh,
49.
Oh.
And then of course I have to have the appropriate label, so meters squared. So it's the same kind of thing as taking the length times the width, but my length and my width are the same numbers. So I could just square it. All right, number 9, find the area of a rectangle. If I'm going to find the area of a rectangle, my area is equal to the length times the width. So in this case, my length, 42 inches, times my width, 20 inches. And if I multiply that out, 42 times 20, I get 840. And my label, since I have inches times inches, inches squared. We know that anytime you have area, your label should be in square units, so 840 inches squared.